What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Andrew, and this week we have an exciting new batch of lizards for you guys to look at. Let's go check them out. We'll talk a little bit about them. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's see who they are. I'm Andrew Edwards. I've spent most of my life learning about animals. And now, focusing on education, breeding, care, and the discovering of new animals. Welcome to Andrew's Reptile Arc. So we are up in our bedroom right now, and this used to be Rex's old cage until he moved downstairs, so let's go see who's in here. This is Blue. He is our new Australian water dragon. These guys are actually very similar to the traditional Chinese water dragon, except they're native to Australia. A little hard to get that one open. They look a little bit different, a little bit more exotic looking, but they basically have the same requirements as a Chinese water dragons. So they have the same setup, kind of the big water dish, because they love to swim. These guys are amazing swimmers, just like Chinese water dragons. A vertically set up cage, because they do love to climb. Humidity, there's the light over there. And we'll go over feeding videos and everything like that later, and obviously cage requirements and how to set these guys up perfectly. And this is Blue. He's our male. He might be a little hungry. He's not as tame as Rex is. He is also a little bit younger, so you can see he's a little bit smaller, but full tail. He's just tracking the camera. You can see a little bit of a red underneath his chest, and males really have a lot of this red, except females don't really have it, but just males do. And they have this red stomach, so it's a great way to differentiate a male and a female. And these guys really max out around 3 feet. So he is younger. I don't know if he's gonna bite me or anything. This is one of our first times filming with him, so he might be a little scared. But we'll go over his cage a little bit. Massive water dish, like I just said. It is filtered down there. It needs a little bit more water. That's why it's a little bubbly down there. A little bit of land right there for him. And some ledges up here and up there. These guys don't really bask that much, but they do throughout the day want to go to the warmth, warm themselves up, and then come back and explore their environment. You can see a little bit of gold next to his eye. That's really cool. Oh, I'm going a little too close. A little too excited. So we named this one Blue because he's just so similar to the look of the velociraptors in Jurassic Park. And that's where we really got the name. Now, he is a little bit skittish. Oh, he didn't like that. Oh, just tried to bite me. That's okay. It is feeding day, so he's a little bit excited. He has calmed down since we've got him, so that's always good. He's not as fully tamed as Rex, like I said, but we'll work up to that, and eventually he'll be just as confident or as friendly as Rex is. Now, males will get to about 36 inches. That's a big male. But that's where they'll kind of max out. And the females really max out around 2 feet. And don't worry, we are going to add a lot more branches in here. This is a temporary kind of look to the cage, or the enclosure. We will fill it in with a lot more branches so that he can climb a lot more and actually get the full use of his environment. There's a humidifier just dripping. These guys have the same humidity requirements and the same caging requirements. Look at that. So cool. These guys look a lot more prehistoric than your typical Chinese water dragons, which is kind of cool to look at. They have a lot more gold, a lot more darker tones. And these guys come from Australia, like I said, so they probably occupied the same space when they were evolving, and then they branched out once Australia broke away from the main continent. That's my theory behind it. That's why they have such similar environments. They look similar, but they obviously evolved slightly different. Coloring mostly. You can see that red belly, hopefully. He might be shedding a little bit, so it might not be as red. But you can see he's kind of scared of the camera. He's not as sure of himself. But yeah, we will fill this in so he'll have a lot more, or a lot less negative space for him to climb. But yeah, look at that. So that is the male. Let's go check out the other ones. We have more in the other room. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so this is our second cage we're going to look at. A little bit higher here. That's just a choice based off the glass size, I guess. But very similar setup. This is Delta. Now, she is a lot more skittish than Rex is. She might not stand still. It's just, she is new. She really doesn't like human interaction all that much. That's fine. We're hoping to get that out of her. Hopefully the camera doesn't freak her out too much. But this is Delta. She is a girl. This is pretty much a full-grown girl. She's about the same age as Rex, maybe a little bit older, but it's really hard to tell once you get them as adults. You can see a little bit smaller of a water dish. Now, I put a little bit smaller water dish in here, mainly for two reasons. I need a space for her to lay eggs, because in future we do want to breed her and get some good babies out of them. They look fantastic. I love these animals. So I really want to do another breeding project with these guys, just like the water dragons we did in the past. Or the Chinese water dragons, I should say. I need to separate those two now. So I need a space for an egg laying box, which is enough room down there. And I also want to provide more land. I don't really like how Blue's enclosure is mostly water. It doesn't really work out the way I want it to, but I do want to provide him with more water because he doesn't really need to dig or nest of any kind, really. So we have a little bit of cork bark in this one. This is a work in progress too, so don't go after me in the comments. It will be modified as the time goes on. We have little areas to put more branches and stuff. And these guys are expert climbers. You can see the... Oh, she didn't really like me getting that close. You can see the claws right there. They do grip onto stuff really well. You can see the light up there too. So yes, this is Delta. She's, again, an Australian water dragon. I wanted to introduce these guys to you as soon as we had a chance on the channel. They're so cool looking. They're actually very rare to get now. But yeah, look at how cool. Now she has a little bit of a nose rub on her nose. That can heal over time. You have to use wooden enclosures on these guys, just like the Chinese water dragons. They don't really understand glass, so it's really important to use wood enclosures, PVC. Screen is another one they don't seem to understand, so I wouldn't really do that either. But yeah, we will put branches, leaves. I really want to put more leaves in this enclosure, so don't get mad at me for that. I will do that as the time goes on. And as well, a filter in there because they do defecate in the water. Same thing with Chinese water dragons, so you really want to filter that water. If you want my opinion, go with an external one. These internal ones don't work as well. Right now we have a fluval in there, so it's a fish filter. I'm trying it out. Hopefully it works. I don't know. I don't want to freak her out too much. Here, I'll try and touch her tail a little bit. She's already looking. Oh, there you go. So she's not as confident as Blue is. But she looks just as cool. Not as red of a belly. But yeah, look at that. Super cool. But anyway, we're not done. There is more. So let's go check them out right now. So moving over from Delta right here, we have this because, again, they don't understand glass. There's a ledge close there. So we just put that up there for now. Don't worry, her nose rub wasn't because of this. Don't worry, it's not from that. There she is. So coming down here, we also have 2 juvenile Australian water dragons. Now these guys are a bit skittish. This is definitely their first time being filmed. But we have Arrow and Sierra in there. Sierra is definitely the one that's not as friendly. And Arrow is typically the one that's more friendly, but they are babies, so it's completely understandable that they don't interact. Maybe I can try and pet. Oh. There we go. That's a little bit of an interaction. But they are very curious. You can see that one coming out. Hopefully you can see right in there. So this is their enclosure. We have the lighting inside because of a lack of height. But they are small. They have room to climb. Again, we're going to put more branches in here so that they can climb. Massive water dish with a low waterfall. If you have been watching our videos, you can definitely tell water dragons do not understand stagnant water or sitting water. And, oh, there we go. And they don't understand stagnant water, so you have to keep it moving, which these waterfalls definitely do. All of them have filters on them. If you ask me, go with an external. I don't recommend these internals. They don't really work as well. But that's just my opinion. If you clean them out pretty frequently, they can work. And you can get these branches and stuff at ZoomEd. We have a bunch of these. You guys can see that from our channel. And then some PetSmart decorations and stuff. These guys are super friendly, and they are growing up with us present. The unfortunate thing when you're buying a full-grown one is they come with all the problems that the last person kind of taught them. Now, I wouldn't say these ones are problems in any way, but I like to feed my animals outside their enclosure. These people had them inside the enclosure, so it's a bit different. It's your personal way of feeding them. I think feeding them outside the enclosure definitely helps a lot more in the bonding experience. And you can see the UVB and the heat up there. But yeah, it definitely helps a lot more in the bonding. And feeding them inside the cage and walking away doesn't help you, doesn't help the animal. It just gets used to feeding by itself. I can't show you how they feed because obviously they don't feed when I want to feed them. But yeah, so these are our 4 Australian water dragons. I'm going to lock this up here. Good secure locking system on all our cages here. See what Delta's doing again. So Delta's right in here. So they share same room, same one as the tortoises too. But yeah, now I don't want to freak her out too much. But just like that, small interactions, just like the monitors we have downstairs. That's how I've been telling you guys to interact with your animals. Small interactions are always good. You want to trust the animal needs to trust you, and those small interactions are what's going to make the difference. I know a lot of people have reached out to me how to do that. That's how you do it right there. You have to build a small relationship. Hopefully she lets me do it again. Oh, closed her eye a little bit. Look at that. Didn't freak out. That's awesome. Progress. A lot better than Blue did. I know it's feeding day. I could definitely pick him up. There's not really a problem there. But yes, that is awesome. But that is our 4 new lizards to the channel. I want to see how they grow on the channel. I want to hear how you guys like them. I think they're amazing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to get notified every time I post. And we have shorts going up every week, so you guys can check those out as well. Don't forget to check out our other channels, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.